This sexy street tire is a Michelin LTX MS2. It's what comes standard on a bone stock Jeep JL Wrangler Sport, and I gotta tell ya, I'm really surprised that Pippi's still riding on them. I mean, I thought for sure we would blow one out the first time we took her out on the trail, or at least based on past experience. This is Nemo, our old 2009 Jeep JK Wrangler Unlimited X, and as you can see here, that is exactly what happened to him.
He's got a hole in his sag wall.
So, it's been about a year since we brought Pippi home. And even though her tires are still getting the job done, there have been more than a few of you who've suggested that maybe it's time for us to get her a new set of shoes. And we agree. Even though Cindy and I thought there would be more of a dramatic need for an upgrade, I think this proved to be reason enough for us. So that it isn't missed, wheeling Pippi hard is not the reason why we got her. But there are still plenty of destinations that we want to get to that do require some low-range work. And for that, having a tougher tire with a bit more traction is always nice to have. And while we're at it, I think she could benefit from a bit of bling. As you can see, these are a set of wheels that we took off of our Gladiator, and that'll make them hand-me-downs, but I think they'll look great on her. Plus, it'll help her to remain stock. So, what tires did we get? A set of Nitto Ridge grapplers. Having tested these tires on Jet, we found them to be really comfortable. Super quiet on the highway, provided measurably better fuel economy, or at least compared to a mud terrain, and yet they were still aggressive enough to hook up well in the sand. In the snow. And of course, out on the rocks. In other words, a great daily driver tire that can totally hold its own out on the trail. And yes, we did consider just buying a set of Rubicon takeoffs, and if we didn't already have a set of wheels to work with, that's probably what we would have done. That said, we did make sure to get these tires in a 285/70 R17, which is the exact same size as what would come on a Rubicon from the factory. And because it matters, made in the USA. So a 285 is about a 33-inch tire, which means it's about 2 inches taller than what Pippi has on now. And unlike a Rubicon that has a slightly taller stance and fender flares that physically sit higher, I think there's a good chance we're going to see a bit of rubbing with these guys. Rubbing or not, Cindy and I are dying to see what Pippi's gonna look like with her brand new shoes on, and to make that happen, a 22mm socket will be needed.
Fast. 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 Fast.
Now all I gotta do is tighten up all the lug nuts to 130 foot-pounds of torque. 130. Ah, shoot. Totally forgot about the spare. Gotta get my handy Jeep toolkit. Now that's what I'm talking about. With the 10% off special that Discount Tire had going on at the time, Cindy and I ended up paying just $1,500 for all 5 tires. And that's right in at about what I've seen a set of used Rubicon takeoffs go for. And while this might be the most expensive mod we've made on Pippi to date, tires do wear out, and we would have needed to replace them sooner or later. At least now, we have peace of mind out on the trail and a bit more grip too. Oh, and about that rubbing that we're sure to have out on the trail goes, I think we have a fix for that.